and welcome to the Bot Box. Originally supposed to be named Millennium Doom, Destruct-A-Bubble is a bit of an odd one, though happily very easy to describe. It's a hat-wearing sphere with the bottom cut off. It's described as a truncated sphere, painted green, yellow and red in stripes, and with a perpetually closed left eye and perpetually open right eye. So it's like, though not quite like how I was doing there. It also had a mouth, out of which came a pneumatic spike. It also had titanium eyebrows and was originally going to have a net, but wasn't allowed because entanglement device. Destruct-A-Bubble made its debut in Series 4 Robot Wars, where it made its first appearance in the Sumo against Shunt. It was ill suited for the trial. After 2 shoves from Shunt, Destruct-A-Bubble accidentally drove off the Sumo ring, but he stayed on for 11.91 seconds, so it came 7th. It was 2nd at the time it took the trial, but others got better times and one even won the trial. 7 episodes later, I did my maths wrong, wrote this. Was it 7? No, it was 6 episodes later. Got there in the end. 6 episodes later, in Heat I, Destruct-A-Bubble made its debut in battle, where it faced Lifter Eric and 16th seeded Axebot Kilohertz. Both Eric and Kilohertz targeted Destruct-A-Bubble early on, Kilohertz managing to shove Eric into Destruct-A-Bubble. Eric got its own back by trying to lift Kilohertz, whilst the 16th seeds were nudging Destruct-A-Bubble. Eric got in an attack as well, a second followed, but Kilohertz was only interested in Destruct-A-Bubble and shoving it into a wall, which it did. Destruct-A-Bubble only escaped when Eric lifted Kilohertz and managed to get Kilohertz away from Destruct-A-Bubble. Freedom didn't last long for Destruct-A-Bubble. Kilohertz rammed Destruct-A-Bubble into a wall again and was tripping over Eric, who was also trying to attack Destruct-A-Bubble. However, Destruct-A-Bubble managed to land a spike blow on Kilohertz. Freedom lasted a bit longer this time as Kilohertz managed to axe Eric in the wheel. So Destruct-A-Bubble spiked Eric until it finally escaped Kilohertz's axe. Then Kilohertz axed Destruct-A-Bubble. Destruct-A-Bubble spiked Kilohertz again, but as time ran out on the fight, Destruct-A-Bubble got lifted by Eric and axed by Kilohertz at the same time. The hat had also been squished, which was terrible. I mean, we're talking decisive damage here. Destruct-A-Bubble went out after the resulting judge's decision. Cue faux dramatic crying from Destruct-A-Bubble's team. Destruct-A-Bubble returned for Series 5 with changed weaponry, an axe instead of a spike. But the spike hole itself was covered, which almost made the bubble look like it had been gagged. Destruct-A-Bubble landed in Heat K, where it drew vertical spinner Accident. Destruct-A-Bubble got off to a fast start, pushing Accident around and snagging the weapon with its axe, because it was like... So it could actually catch onto a slow-moving or rather non-functioning spinner, like Accidents. Destruct-A-Bubble then bumped into the Refbot, attacked Accident and hit an angle grinder. Meanwhile, Accident quietly died and got counted out, also axed and pitted. Next up was supposed to be the 21st seeded Crusher's suicidal tendencies, but they had technical issues and had to pull out, so Destruct-A-Bubble ended up facing Rick, a flipper, instead. For this, they brought out the hairnet. The two robots danced around each other very briefly before Rick flipped Destruct-A-Bubble. Destruct-A-Bubble landed on its wheels. Yay, low centre of gravity. It's the same thing. Helped dead metal, actually. But once it landed on its wheels, it stopped moving. Shunt axed Destruct-A-Bubble before the ref bot could get a sniff. Rick opened the pit. Shunt got a red card from the ref bot, and Destruct-A-Bubble got flipped, counted out, and pitted. The cause of loss? A sudden loss of power caused by a sweet wrapper that got lodged in the removable link. How on earth did it get there? After failing to get in Series 6, it lost in qualifying there. Destruct-A-Bubble retired. Destruct-A-Bubble is actually, for a design, it's actually underrated. It almost always landed on its wheels, only got stuck once. And it, even though being a sphere it could get back onto its wheels, it also could self-right with the axe. Overhead weapons could only do cosmetic damage. And back then, spinners weren't as common, and the only one that Destruct-A-Bubble ever faced didn't work. They were starting to grow in popularity because of Hypnodisc, but at the time, it was more flippers. I really think that had Destruct-A-Bubble got past Rick, had it been working properly, it could have given Razor a real headache. Because of it being so large and round, Razor would have struggled to get a grip on it. It could well have taken Razor to the judges. And yes, I have given this matter some thought. However, because of that sweet wrapper, it didn't happen. And the thing is, the spike wasn't an effective weapon, it didn't do any damage. And for reasons beyond its control, Destruct-A-Bubble's axe was never seen to do any damage either. It's a real shame. It would have been nice to see them do well, but do well with a design that looks like it wouldn't go far, but could actually potentially cause some headaches. But yeah, it has the look of being a goofy type bot, but maybe there was more thought put into the design than you think at first glance. Anyways, who's next? Only one way to find out. Okay, let's see what we've got. Cadena Machina. Oh, we're going back to the Battle of the Stars for this next one. Until next week, Callison244.